This was in the town where the university is, University of Glamorgan, and it was the town that I moved to. And in the back of my mind, before the proposal opportunity came up, I was preoccupied with this notion of sense of belonging and what it took to engender a sense of belonging in place as a newcomer in Wales, which has a very distinct kind of idea about belonging and nationality, and very much feeling like the outsider. So, being quite a curious and nosy person, I designed this project in order to get to know people in the town where I lived, and then at the same time had to start thinking about how this art project could also be a research project. But as people have been saying already, the idea was really important to me that I made a piece of artwork that kind of was an autonomous piece of work that could be viewed outside the context of research, because I wanted to work with the community, and I wanted to work with the community and make work that I could actually give back to them. So my target audience was the community that I was working with. And the idea behind the project, it was to explore sense of belonging through collecting and archiving stories about place. So I was looking for stories which were to do with somebody's personal experience of place, or experiences that they'd witnessed of place, and that had a kind of long-lasting resonance for them as people who inhabited the town. Either they worked there or they lived there. And the idea was to map the emotional history. I called it a sort of an emotional archaeology at the time. It kind of made me feel that might be research if I used the word archaeology in the project. So I'd worked with communities before. I'd done a commission for Manchester University, working with ritual and storytelling. So I'd interviewed lots of people and had the experience of interviewing people about their stories about life, birth and death. And so I was comfortable with this kind of methodology for collecting material. So I decided, I got turned down for the commission by the local council, but I did get Arts Council funding for the development of the work, and the rest of the funding came from the university because we had a research unit set up, and there was a real push and a real drive to get research as practice on the agenda and discussed, because I worked in an arts and a media and drama department, and there was a lot of us who were practitioners working there.